I will talk about the book Delicious that is called About Time. This book was wrote by Richard Curtis and was published in 2014. I read this book on Spanish when I was on high school. But what's the story about? The story talks about a guy called Tim and he's 21. He lives with his parents and sister Kit Kat in Cornwall in the southwest of England. Shortly after his 21st birthday, his dad reveals an amazing family secret. All the men in their family have the ability to travel in time within their own lifetimes. Tim decides to use his ability to help him to find a girlfriend. He falls in love with his sister's friend, Charlotte, but time travel does nothing to help him win her love. Tim gets a job as a lawyer and moves to London, where he meets Mary. It takes several trips back in time before Tim and Mary begin a relationship. They fall in love and started a family, and for a while, Tim's life seems to be perfect. Trapped in a toxic relationship, life is not so good for Tim's sister. However, Tim attempts to use his time travel power to help her, but with little success. Instead, Kit Kat learns to take control of her own life and finishes with her boyfriend. When Tim's father had been diagnosed with terminal cancer, there is nothing that Tim can do to prevent his death. Time begins to realize that the secret to happiness is spending time with the people he loves and making the most of each new day. What's the conflict of the story? Well, everything becomes difficult when Jimmy broke the heart to Kit Kat, and after that, Tim feels that he must make her happy, so he tells to his sister that he can travel in time and takes her with him to try that she and Jimmy never met. When they return to real time, Kit Kat no longer feels anything for Jimmy, and now she's happy and really in love with Jay. But when Tim come back to home with Mary, his daughter Posy was not there anymore, and in her place was a different child. Um, Tim had better find a way to return things to normality, or he may not get his daughter Posy back. That the best part of the story is when Tim fixed everything and understood that the life is fine even when some bad things happen. And I don't think that there is a villain or antagonist or hero, etc. I really think that in this story, the life and circumstances lived for Tim are the real antagonist or hero at the same time. How does the story end? Well, the phone rings and it was Tim's mother notifying them that her father has cancer in a very advanced state. Under the circumstances, Tim and Mary returns to home to see their father, and he confesses that he knew about his illness, but that he has used his time thanks to his gift. Finally, his father dies, although Tim goes back in time to talk and read Charles Dickens together. Mary wants to have a third child, and Tim realizes that this will mean not seeing his father anymore, because once his son is born, going back can mean that his son can continue visiting his father during the 9 months of pregnancy until about to be born his son. Tim visits his father for the last time, playing his last game of ping pong and saying goodbye with a kiss. After which travel together to one of Tim's childhood, spending their last day together on the beach together. And finally, Tim and Mary have their third child, called her Joe, and Kit Kat and Jay also have a son. And Tim travels less and less in time since his life is almost perfect. And for last, I recommend this book because it's a book that makes you see that the secret of a happy life is to live each day as if it were the last. Or better yet, to learn to separate ourselves from situations that makes us unhappy and live them as if we could travel in time and we live for the second time without changing them and appreciating the small details that make us feel good and the dramatizing the difficulties that inevitably appear in life. The attitude of the couple, carefree and laughing at the situations of life, is what I like the most. Difficult to put into practice, but not impossible. We must be more present so that we spend our lives in the blink of an eye. And happiness is inside of you, and although external situations help feeling happy or not, it's a personal association that only we can make.
My name is Tim, and this is the year that would change my life forever.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! I just didn't know it yet.
Tim, my dear son, this is going to sound strange, but there's this family secret that the men in the family can travel in time.
This is such a weird joke.
It's not a joke.
If it's true, which it isn't.
Although it is.
But if it was, which it's not.
Which it is.
How would I actually...
You go into a dark place, clench your fists, think of the moment you're going to, and you'll find yourself there.
It's going to be a complicated year.
It's going to be a complicated life.
For me, it was always going to be all about love. I'm Tim.
I'm Mary.
What's my mother's name?
I remind you of your mother?
Obviously, I should have thought this through more. Could you give me 1 second? I'm Tim.
I'm Mary.
I love your eyes.
Do you?
I love the rest of your face, too. I haven't even looked further down, but I'm sure it's all fantastic. I'm sure it'll be better next time.
Well done. Some people make a real mess of it the first time.
Amateurs. Some days you want to relive forever. Will you marry me?
I think I'll go for yes.
Some days you only want to live once.
I am so uninterested in a life without your father.
It never occurred to me that I might lose you.
I never said you could fix everything. Not without consequences.
It's so good to see you.
We've never met before.
Oh, no. What do I do?
You have to use it to make your life the way you want it to be.
I never know what the future holds, just like everyone else.
Time catches up to all of us, my son.
My dad. I've tried to live every day as if it was the final day of my extraordinary, ordinary life.
I hope I see you again.
You will. My whole life depends on it.
Thank you.